Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to another week of Draw Something. My name is Andy, and I'm going to be spending the next hour and a half to 2 hours, maybe a little more than 2 hours, drawing live by request. And tonight I have another theme. I usually have a theme that I go by, and tonight the theme is dogs. I did a cat theme stream several weeks, like 10 weeks ago actually. This is week 31. Week 21 was cats. So I decided it was about time I did a dog stream. So let me go ahead and move on over to the multi-view. Here we go. So, once again, thank you Dark Gamer 1 for resubscribing. That's awesome. Really appreciate it. I'm gonna go ahead and start on if you have a dog related idea, Dark Gamer, that you want to throw at me, by all means. I have a couple of prompts for myself to draw, so we can go ahead and get started on this here. Yes, Dark Gamer, dog related. Just anything that has to do with dogs. Irene Pena Music, awesome to see you here. Thank you so much for being here. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and start on a... Hey, DJ Mike Brady, awesome to see you here as always. Let me go ahead and start. Alright, so the first idea I had was... so, if you've been watching my stream for a while, you know that I have a thing for puns. And Irene Pena, this is the theme this week is dogs, so really just anything involving dogs. Nothing really too specific. I wanted to keep it relatively broad, so it's not super limited. So really just anything funny or entertaining involving dogs. I had a couple of prompts for myself set up. Oh, Dark Gamer just threw in a request for medieval dogs. And, you know what, Irene Pena, 3-dog night, I could make that work too. Let me go ahead and add these to my list. Alright, so Dark Gamer 1 wants medieval dogs. And Irene Pena Music wants 3-dog night. I can make that happen. So let me go ahead and start on this for Dark Gamer 1. It's medieval dogs. Alright, so all I'm picturing so far at the moment is just dogs wearing medieval helmets. Hopefully my creative side will kick in a little bit more, and I'll come up with something a little more elaborate. Because I mean, I could just draw a couple of dogs in medieval suits of armor, and that'd be fine. But I'd like to do something a little more interesting, if possible. But you know what they say about creativity? It's not something you can just turn on and off with a switch. Hippo says Underdog. Very good, Irene. I will add that to my list for Hippo. Underdog. Hey, John Gillis. Good to see you. So I'm doing, the theme I'm doing tonight is, dogs. So if you have a, let me see, a fourth wall break involving paint, like those scenes in cartoons where paint's over the character screen. Okay, I mean, I could maybe work dogs into that. Let me add that to my list. I'll just get my hairy arm off the camera. Alright, there we go. Add that to my list. Okay. So yeah, at the moment I'm just drawing a dog in medieval suit of armor. Yeah, John Keelis, I could do that. Alright. Let me trace over what I've got so far. How's everyone doing tonight? We're about it's October 13th today, so we're getting pretty close to halfway through the month. Has anyone already decorated their place for Halloween? I haven't done anything, honestly. My condo looks exactly the same as it has for the last several months. Really should probably do something about that. Oh, Irene Pena, very good. Spider? Ah, Spider-Girl the superhero. That's a cool costume. I distinctly remember there was one year, many years ago, like about 20 years ago, me and my brother dressed up as, he dressed up as Spider-Man, I dressed up as Batman. We still have pictures of it. DJ Mike Brady, I saw several houses done up. Alright, cool. I'm sure you guys will get there, DJ Mike Brady. You probably have more of an excuse than I do for not decorating. I'm just lazy when it comes to that. Though I have been making one of the things I have been working on is making some Halloweenish modifications for my stream. Danny's going to be a cute pirate. Very nice, Danny. As you can probably see, I've kind of started to transition into Halloween, into October Halloween. I got a kind of a purple background. My logo is now orange and black. It's gonna get more spooky themed as the month goes on. The last stream I do this month is gonna be go full on Halloween. And either next week or in the week after that, or maybe just the last week of October, I will be doing just a spooky Halloween theme. So it'll be all spooky themed drawings. I'm holding off on that for now because I feel like 4 straight weeks of creepy themed drawings would just be overkill. I'd probably burn myself out. Alright, looks like I got the dog all traced over here. Sean C72, great to see you here as always. Alright, so I got the dog. So I'm thinking, what could I do have him fighting against? You know, typically you'd have a knight fighting a dragon. But if it's a dog we're talking about, why not have it be a cat dragon? How about that? I think that's I think I like that idea. Dark Gamer, are you on board with this, or because this is your request, I want to make sure that what you made for your request is you're happy with what I draw. Sean C, pirates are cool. I can totally see why both your daughter and my sister Danny are very into pirates. Sorry, my words don't always come out the way they should. Irene Pena, thank you so much. I don't always feel like I'm, you know, running up, firing on all engines creatively. So, you saying that means a lot to me. I greatly appreciate it, and thank you for being here. And thank you for pitching in and having Hippo and your daughter and yourself making requests. Got a pretty stacked list already. It's only not even 15 minutes into the show, and I already got like 4 requests on the list. That's pretty good. Yes. For those who don't already know Irene, she is a singer/songwriter. She has her own streaming presence here on Twitch. She's actually made and recorded a couple albums and released them. And she's performed several of her own written songs on her stream, and they've been really good. Like, I'm really impressed with her songwriting skills. So if you haven't already, if you're not already following Irene, definitely give her a follow. It's well worth it. John Kulis, probably. I know I met a couple of your friends on Discord. Alright, so I'm thinking, yeah, I'll have like, whiskers coming off of the dragon's snout. Got kind of cat-like eyes here on the dragon. John Kulis, I've seen, from what I've seen, their artwork's really good. I've really enjoyed looking at it. It's always cool seeing other artists, different styles. Everyone kind of has their own unique way of drawing things. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and draw the wings on this cat dragon. Which, now that I think about it, I'm kind of surprised I haven't seen this combination pop up more often. Oops. Let me fix that. So yeah, kind of a pretty interesting abomination I'm drawing here on the paper right now. It's got trying to kind of balance out the cat elements with the dragon elements. Got the snout, got the whiskers, got the cat eyes, got the not a dragon tail, but very much a cat tail with cat paws with big long claws. Cat paws with big long claws. It's interesting. Okay. And of course, can't have the dragon without it breathing fire, so let me go ahead and do that here. If I'm not mistaken, the first week of my stream, I actually drew a baby dragon by request. Alright, I think that's good. Alright, and Dark Gamer did say medieval dog, so I'm going to go ahead and fulfill his request by drawing another dog, because I only drew one so far. Feels like it's only right to have a second one there. Of course, I haven't even thought about why exactly they're going after this cat dragon in the first place. Is he or she it defending or protecting a damsel, or keeping a damsel hidden or captured? And if that's the case, do the two dogs then have to fight over the damsel in distress once they finally save her? I'll leave it up to the viewer's interpretation. Alrighty. I'm trying to, kind of switch it up for this other dog. Gave him pointy ears instead of the floppy ears on the first dog. Give him a big point coming out of his helmet rather than just this. Just gonna add a feather to this guy's helmet just for the heck of it. Yeah, they could just be fighting for the heck of it. Hey, pal, if you're not doing anything later, I want to go kill a cat dragon. Yeah, let's go do that. That sounds like fun. I mean, yeah, medieval times, ain't got much else to do. Maybe they're already happily married, and this is just their way of getting away from the mundanity of home life. Gonna kind of have him in a sort of a in motion jumping stand, kind of he's in the middle of jumping. All right, he's got his mace that he's swinging, mace ball that he's swinging around. Go ahead and just gonna show his mouth peeking out from behind the helmet. And I'm gonna try and add a kind of a scene around this whole thing. Just add some basic terrain here. Terrain, ground. I'm adding some ground. And add a couple of rocks. Add some clouds here up top. Make sure that that's on the camera. It's important. Alright, add another layer of clouds. It's a stormy setting for a fight. And yeah, I think that'll probably do it. Dark Gamer, if you're still with us, what do you think? Are you liking how this turned out? If you have any suggestions for how I could improve it, by all means, shoot. Let me go ahead and do my usual thing where I write the requester's name and then add my initials and date it. 11 or 10, 13, 21. DJ Mike Brady, thank you. Alright, here's the larger view so you can get a better look at it. There we go. 2 dogs versus a cat dragon. Because it's medieval times, they just had nothing better to do on a lazy Saturday. Let's go fight a dragon. It's actually a cat, but also a dragon. Alright. So that's one request down. Let me go ahead and move on to the next one. Irene Pena requested a 3-dog night. So let me go ahead and start on that here. Just going to kind of do the literal interpretation. It is 3 dogs at night. This doesn't quite fit into the song titles category that I've done 3 times now, because it's the name of a band, not so much the title. Though band names is another theme I've contemplated. I could probably get some pretty good material out of that. Also, I'm thinking while I draw this nose here, I'm thinking I gotta be careful with how I size it, because I feel like depending on how large I draw the nose, it could look more like a pig. Oh, DJ Mike Brady, yes, 3 dogs at night. Alright, so I'm thinking, gonna have one dog here strumming on his banjo. John Culis, I didn't watch that one. I remember it being on, but I never watched it. The show that I remember, one show I do remember watching from around that time was Fear Factor, which was on, I think that was on NBC. That used to be a thing that our family used to watch. That and American Idol were kind of like two big ones in our household for a few years. That's right, DJ Mike Brady, just an old. Actually, yeah. Let me see if I can maybe incorporate that in. I could, I was kind of thinking of how I could maybe incorporate some of their song titles in. But of course, that's only if my creative side gets working. I don't know. It's kind of a delicate balance. I mean, I could honestly just go crazy and just add a. Oh, Mike Brady, that is a perfect. That is awesome. Okay, yep. DJ Mike Brady wins the stream. We're only about a half hour in. He already won the stream for the night. Everyone can go home. Actually, no. Please don't stay here. Unless you have stuff to do, then by all means, lurk or take off. And my improv is not the best, but I'll get better at it as I go along. Alright, there we go. So we got an old-fashioned love song. Go ahead and draw some music notes inside the hearts. And I'm trying to think of a way that they could, Can he be staring in the moon at the end? Irene Pena? Yeah, I could do that. Let me go ahead and add the moon is beautiful. The moon right there. So yeah, I got some heart music notes. I can even do kind of something a little similar. Do some heart music notes. Add a couple of those in. There we go. Alright, so I got dog number 1 here. And Jeremiah was a bulldog. Let me see if I can draw my best bulldog here. Alright, so I wasn't gonna have them actually saying stuff, but I think for this next joke I have in mind to work, I'm gonna go ahead and have them speaking English, or at least one of them speaking English, because I'm gonna make a joke here with this next dog. All right, so to quote the song in question, "Joy to the World," uh, Jeremiah was a bulldog, or I guess this is a paraphrase. Jeremiah was a bulldog. He was a good friend of mine. I never understood a single word he said. So he's just kind of standing there going. You got this dog speaking, singing clearly and articulating perfectly, and you got the bulldog here going. But you know what they say? He did make some mighty fine wine. Let me go ahead and add his name tag here just to specify that this is in fact Jeremiah, the bulldog. Now I'm drawing a box of his fine wine next to him. There we go. Jeremiah's fine wine. All right, now Mike Brady said as recommended dog 3 off to the side, 1 being the loneliest number. So let me go ahead and draw that. Kind of draw him off in the distance here because he's one, he's lonely. Mike Brady, yeah. Jeremiah may not be very articulate, but he knows how to stay out of trouble. Just as long as it doesn't involve speaking clearly, because in that case he's in trouble. He's in big trouble. Boy, judging from this music in the background, these dogs might want to be on their toes. It's pretty intense. All right, there we go. We got a third dog here off in the distance, lonely by himself. Poor guy. Dog. Gonna add some stars in here, and looks like I forgot to actually set the line on the ground, so let me go ahead and improvise here. Gonna put it on top of set it on top of a box of Gee, what's another clever three dog diet? Three dog, yeah, three dog diet. That's how it's said, right? Three dog night reference. I can work in there. I have to admit, I'm not really that familiar with their general discography. I really only knew, I think when I sat down to draw this, I only had like 2 of their songs that I could think of: Old Fashioned Love Song and Joy to the World, of course. Mike Brady brought up One Is a Lonely Number. I wouldn't have remembered that one if he hadn't said it. Let me see here. Black and white, okay. Alright. I'm just gonna go ahead and just call this a chess set and say that's a reference to black and white. Yeah, there we go. It's a chess set. White pieces, black pieces. I'll go ahead and draw some lines here to signify that this is grass. Alright, there we go. So I think that's gonna do it for this drawing. Let me go ahead and write down Irene Pena Music on Twitch. I am also streaming on Facebook, but I haven't seen anyone tune in from there yet. Or at least if they are watching on Facebook, hey there from Twitch. Feel free to say hello or just join in the conversation. But yeah, there we go. Got my initials, got the date. Let me go ahead and bring up the larger view. There we go. 3 dogs at night. Got one singing an old-fashioned love song. Got one mumbling, but he makes some fine wine. So if you can't understand a word he said, he does make some fine wine. And then you got this one singing about how lonely he is. 1 is indeed a lonely number. But you know what? On the other hand, 3 is a magic number. So this must be a truly magical scene right here, because 1, 2, 3, 3 dogs. Alright, let me move on to the next request. Great Hippo, Irene Pena's, I believe, husband, wanted me to draw Underdog. I will do that. There was a drawing like several weeks back where I actually drew myself as Underdog, or tried to draw myself as Underdog. Oh, Mike Brady, you just gave me an idea. I mean, Hippo did request just Underdog, but after seeing your comment, Mike Brady, I'm kind of thinking maybe have it be a Hippo / Underdog. Oh, I guess maybe it's just the way I read it. It was Great Hippo Underdog. So it's like the Hippo or Underdog rescuing it. Okay, you know what? Actually, that's a good one. I like that. So what would a hippo need to be rescued from? I don't know. Let me go ahead and just start drawing the dog here. Make his head a little bit bigger. Drawing his head really small. Oh. I just got an idea. On the stream that I just watched for Irene just a couple days ago, Turbo Swim, thank you for the raid. Oh, the alert just appeared on the screen, but thank you, Turbo Swim, for the raid. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. Turbo Swim was just doing a kind word stream, kind of helping people out and through some rough times. There have been a lot of rough times lately. If you're feeling down, definitely go give him a follow. He's got a lot of kind, encouraging words to share. Okay, yeah, on Irene's stream the other day, Great Hippo ate a ghost pepper. I just heard Jade Tile, thank you for the follow. There's a bit of a delay between OBS and Twitch, so I hear the alert sounds before they actually appear on the screen. Alright, so I'm thinking saving Great Hippo from a whole tribe of ghost peppers. Like, literal ghost peppers. Like, not just, like, ghost peppers, but, like, actual ghost peppers. So yeah, this is the kind of thing I love, is when something just suddenly, this all just kind of just comes together organically. You know, I'll write out a few prompts for myself because my creativity will sometimes stall and I'll need to, you know, have some predetermined prompt to go off of. But when something just out of the blue happens like this, it's awesome. Alright. So just tracing over Underdog here. I'm not using a reference pic, so probably doesn't look quite right, but going off of what I'm thinking in my head, I think he's close enough. Maybe he's not. Maybe I'm just kidding myself. But I know he's like a, you know, short little dog that has a cape and a big U on his shirt. So I got that much right. And yeah, we go ahead and work on drawing the Great Hippo. Which, I just gotta say, is an awesome nickname. Irene, awesome. I feel genuinely honored. All right, so got the Hippo being lifted up by Underdog in his great strength. And I'm gonna go ahead and draw the Ghost Peppers. All right, so I'm just drawing a whole crowd of Ghost Peppers here. Got some fittingly creepy music playing. Well, actually, no. This would have been fitting 15 seconds earlier when he was about to be attacked by the Ghost Peppers. Now it should be like a more triumphant theme since he's being saved by Underdog. Alright. I could probably just go at this for the next hour or so, just drawing more and more and more and more and more Ghost Peppers. I do want to keep the stream moving though, so I'll probably cut myself off soon. Spooky. Yeah, speaking of which, let me go ahead and draw some tombstones here. This is a really cheesy joke, but I'm going to go for it. Anyway, Sergeant Peppers has his grave here. Pepper Ann also has a grave here. Got this one Ghost Pepper that's making a last-ditch effort to try and snatch the Great Hippo. Mike Brady, that would have been a good one too. Yep, and I will add Underdog's catchphrase, only seems appropriate. And my music loop just ended, I gotta start back up again. Alright, there we go. Got his catchphrase in there. Want to try and figure out one more pepper pun that I could add in here. I already got Sergeant Pepper and Pepper Ann. You know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and erase this one. I don't want to keep stalling for too long. Pepper's Ghost, okay. Oh, Mike Brady, that's very interesting. I didn't know about that. Alright, I think that'll do it. So this was requested by Irene Pena Music for her husband, Great Hippo. So I'm wondering, should I credit it to Irene Pena or should I credit it to Great Hippo? Alright, I was thinking the same thing, Mike Brady. I'm already in the middle of doing that. For Great Hippo on Twitch. Do my usual, date it, initial it, and then bring up the larger view. There we go. Ghost peppers are not something you want to mess with. I'm not brave enough to try one. So I definitely a shout out to Great Hippo for being brave enough to try or eat an entire ghost pepper. That's you're a braver man than I. Alright, so next up, John Culis Art. I don't know if he's still here or not. Wanted me to do a kind of a fourth wall break where the dogs are using their paws to paint the viewer's view. Looks like they're painting the camera. This is the camera's view. So I'll go ahead and do that one really quick. Probably can keep it relatively simple. Irene Pena, thank you so much for being here. Have a great night. So there we go. Putting a couple of just kind of breaking the fourth wall, just putting paw prints all over the viewer's view. Pretty simple, but it works. So that was for, let me make sure I spell his name right. For John Hewless Art here on Twitch. We go ahead and date it, initial it, and bring up the larger view. There we go. It'll probably make a little more... Oh, you know what? Hold on a second. I'm not done yet. Got to add some paint buckets in because it wouldn't make much sense for them to have paint on their paws if they didn't already have a bucket of paint. So we go ahead and add in a couple paint buckets. Hey, this will probably make a little more sense when it's fully colored. These will be like red or blue, and they'll have their... I'll go ahead and like draw some paint dripping off their paws. Alright. I think that'll do. So there we go. One more time, larger view. And there we go. Thank you, John Hewless, for the request. And somehow or another, I'm already we're already an hour into the stream. That went by really quick. I did add something to my little display here on the screen. I have my DJ Mike Brady official water bottle, and I'm feeling a bit thirsty. So if someone would be kind enough to redeem some of their Frogmonk points for a hydrate, I would greatly appreciate it. I mean, the bottle is right here, and I can't take a drink until someone... Oh, DJ Mike Brady did it. And also redeemed Stretch. Thank you to DJ Mike Brady. Alright, thank you. Alright, so, went through all the requests that were made so far, so I'm going to go ahead and do one of my prompts that I wrote myself before the show. This was actually what I was going to start off with, but Dark Gamer just right out of the gate had a request for medieval dogs, and that got the ball rolling. So let me go ahead and do this one. When I was trying to think of creative scenarios involving dogs, I kind of immediately started, thinking of puns. Like, what are some puns I could do with activities dogs like to do? And I'm thinking, dogs like to catch frisbees. So I kind of, was kind of seeing how could I, kind of twist that into something. And I figured, why not have a police dog catching a frisbee criminal in the act of crime? So that's what I'm going to draw here. Draw a little police hat. Alright, there we go. Alright, I don't know, the little tail there on the back of his... Alright. So what I'm thinking here is, you know, I was also thinking, okay, so a criminal frisbee. What does a frisbee do? Well, of course, it spins. So what kind of crime could involve spinning? And took a little thinking, and maybe this isn't the absolute best idea I could have come up with, but you know what, it's good enough. Thinking he's using his spinning ability to spin open the wheel that on the safe, the lock for the safe that is in the bank specifically. Let me go ahead and draw this sign here. The First National... didn't quite leave myself enough room there. Hold on just a second. The First National Bank of Fido. Alright. So, yeah, I was able to rapidly spin open the safe lock wheel. I was trying to see if there was like an official name for this kind of thing, but I guess just it seems like safe lock wheel is that's just kind of what it's called. It's just a lock wheel. Oh, and of course, this is not just any safe. This is the golden bone storage. This is like the treasure to end all treasures as far as this is probably the most fancy treasure you can get without going on an archaeological dig a la Corgiana Jones. If you're gonna just rob a bank, this is probably the best deal you're gonna get is golden bones. I'm gonna go ahead and draw the frisbee in a mask. And wow, the way I drew this it suddenly looks like one of the Ninja Turtles. Did not intend that, but that's what it looks like. Alright, there we go. So I got the frisbee. Then we got the cop dog saying, "You spun your last safe lock, fiendish frisbee." Go ahead and do some bolted reinforced steel around the safe. Gotta keep that extra sealed tight. Sealed extra tight. Those golden bones are highly valuable. And I think that'll do. Let me go ahead and date it, initial it, and I'll go ahead and bring up the large review. So yes, this brings a new definition to a dog catching a frisbee. Oh, puns, what would I do without you? Alright, so next up. Okay, so I'm gonna got another kind of a fun little twist on this next one. Alright, hold on a second. I'm gonna erase this and draw it again. This is gonna be like a two-part drawing. Alright, so right here, I'm just drawing the dog. Let me see. So yeah, I got a dog walking. So he's got a leash and a collar, but there doesn't appear to be like an actual animal in there. So it's kind of like, okay, so I mean the collar even has a tag too. So what is he walking? It's like an invisible animal that he's got. Well, it turns out that that's the collar actually is the animal. So let me go ahead and draw this guy out here. Oh, I just heard an alert. Oh, Christie's Coffee. Thank you so much for the raid. Wow, holy crud. Thank you, everyone. Welcome to Draw Something. Igneous Orange, thank you so much for the follow. Christy. Yes, Christy, thank you so much. What were you doing for your stream? Great to see all you guys here. Oh, thank you, Irene, for the suggestion. She just left a little while ago, but yes, definitely. Thank you so much, Irene. Alright, so what I'm drawing right now is a dog who's got a collar on a leash that appears to be just for an invisible pet, but it turns out the collar is the pet. Chrissy's Coffee, thank you for the follow. Oh, hold on a second. Just kind of thinking this up as I go along. So yeah, I've got this other dog here who's got his own collar pet. Oh, hold on a second. I'm just kind of caught off guard. I haven't. I'm not used to getting rated yet. Still such a shock. But yes, tonight's theme is dogs, so if you got a funny dog-themed situation, I've already got some pretty great requests tonight. But if you got something funny involving dogs, could be based on a real-life situation, could be something you just made up on the fly. But yeah, if you got a funny idea that you'd like me to draw here on the paper, just drop a request in the chat. Or just feel free to tell me about how your October's going, how your week's going, if you feel like sharing. Christy's copy, a dog holding a jack-o'-lantern. I can do that. Alright, there we go. So there we go. We got his collar barking and getting all angry at this other collar. He was just kind of whimpering and crying. It's a particularly aggressive collar. Alright, let me go ahead and finish that up. Oh, I'm sorry. I need to bring up the larger view. That's what I do after I finish the drawing, is I bring up the larger view. There we go. Supposedly has an invisible pet. Turns out it's just the collar that's the pet, and it's barking at another collar. there we go. So next up for Christie's Coffee, who, thank you so much for the raid. She wants to see a dog holding a jack-o'-lantern. So let me go ahead and do that. Alright, there we got the dog. Got the dog's head. Let me move on to draw his body and the jack-o'-lantern. Which of course has a bone carved in it. Alright, there we go. Ah, DJ Mike Brady, that's a good one. Let me add that to my list. Alright, so there we go. We got a dog holding a jack-o'-lantern. It's pretty bare bones, so I'm going to go ahead and flesh it out just a little bit. Maybe draw some background details. Maybe draw a couple other jack-o'-lanterns here. We got a jack-o'-lantern here that literally just has the word bark carved into it. Actually, maybe you should say woof. I'm gonna have it say woof. There we go, woof. So I got one with a paw print, one with woof. Let's see if I can add one more in here. Let me flesh out the setting with the scene with some stars. Maybe add a couple of bushes in here. Sean C, I haven't seen A Dog's Journey yet. May have to check that out. Christie's Coffee, I'm glad you love him. Alright. He is a spooky puppy, but maybe I could even make him a little spookier. Let me go ahead and give him a wizard's hat. Then you have him just dressed up as a sorcerer. Give him a hat, give him a beard. And I'm trying to think of what other dog-related thing I could have here for the, you know, I'll just have a dog. I'll have a dog carved into one of the pumpkins. There we go. Chrissy's coffee, I'm glad you like the beard. Alright, I think that'll do it. So this is for Christie's Coffee here on Twitch. Go ahead and date it, add my initials, and bring up the larger view. And you know what? Just because I had the thought, I'll go ahead and add an amulet around his neck. There we go. Very, very sorcerer-like. J-Tile, thank you for the emotes. Alright, so next up, Cindy, also probably better known as the lovely Mrs. DJ, requested all dogs go to heaven. So let me see if I can do a heavenly dog picture. Unless she would rather have me like draw the characters from the movie. DJ Mike Brady, did she specifically say she wanted the movie, or did she just want like heavenly dogs or dogs in heaven? Oh, okay. Not the movie? Cool. Okay. Alright, very good. Will do. Let me see what I can come up with. Alright, well, so far I've got a dog with a halo. Let's see. Alright, so I already got an idea started. So I got a dog holding a frisbee in its mouth, but since this is dog heaven, these aren't just any old frisbee. These are chocolate wait. Oh. Chocolate frisbees? That can't be right. Chocolate is poisonous to dogs. They're dog treat frisbees. They're edible frisbees. Though, I mean, maybe you could argue that in dog heaven, chocolate isn't poisonous to dogs. They can actually experience the wonders of chocolate without any danger to their health. Well, let's go ahead and call them edible frisbees. Ah, yes, maybe that's how the dog died. Yeah, that's a very real possibility. Christie's Coffee, you are so welcome. I'm so glad you came and raided me and made a request. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'll need to, I don't know if I've tuned into one of your streams before. I will definitely need to do that. Next time I see you're live, I'll definitely try and tune in. Alright, so there we go. I got him munching on his edible frisbee here. Christy's Coffee, have a great night. Again, thank you so much for the raid. And for the request. Alright, so yeah, the dog's got big sparkles in his eyes because he's just so in awe about the wonderful taste of this frisbee. He's never been able to eat a frisbee before. My words. My enunciation is not always the best. Yeah, so he's getting to eat a frisbee for the first time, and it's just so good. Alright, so I'm going to start fleshing out the heaven setting, of course. Just kind of drew this one dog to start off with. Have him standing on a cloud. Then I'll have this big old sack of edible frisbees, which there's an endless supply of. This is kind of like Santa's sack. It's bottomless. And even still, it has, frisbees bulging out of it because it's heaven. It's dog heaven. There's literally endless supply of treasure, edible or not. Though really, you could probably argue that everything in dog heaven is edible. The clouds are edible. The bag here is edible, though you might not want to eat it. Because you'd be eating the whole sack. There's got to be some place. Actually, where was I going with this? I don't know. You could eat the sack. It would just send all the frisbees flying all over the place, but then you could just have frisbees. You could, save yourself the trouble of having to reach into the sack and get frisbees. You could just have them scattered all over heaven. Really, the world is their the world is their oyster. They have they can do anything they want. Okay. Sorry, I went on a really weird tangent there. Alright, gonna have this dog here opening his mouth up for another frisbee. Oh, and what was I thinking? Of course, the cloud's got to be bone-shaped. That's just a given. They got to have bone-shaped clouds in dog heaven. So there we go. Alright, what else do we got here? What are other things that are... What are other dog favorite things to do? I'm trying to think. Oh, boy. Oh, you know what? Haven't drawn a dog flying with angel wings yet. Gotta have that. Alright, what else? Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and change this. There we go. Alright, got a couple dogs with angel wings flying around. Got dogs chowing down on some edible frisbees. Even have some crumbs here falling from his mouth. Oh, what else can I do? What else can I do? Everyone in the chat, do you have any other things that dogs are like favorite things for dogs to do? Because I'm kind of drawing a blank here. I feel like there's like one more really good idea or one good detail I can add here to make this feel complete. Let me see. Boy. Man, you know, it's always kind of, it's always rough when I just hit a wall like this. But, you know, I guess if nothing else, I can just fill in a couple more. I can have a couple more flying dogs. Maybe have a dog, one of the flying dogs chasing a flying bone. That would be good. Oh, DJ Mike Brady, man, thank you so much. That is the idea I needed. It wasn't coming to me, but you delivered. Thank you. I think because of the amount of space I've given myself here, I'll go ahead and draw. This one is a bone with wings that's flying along. But then I'll draw another dog that is chasing a mailman. Because that is a perfect idea. Yeah, that seems like a pretty typical dog thing to do, Sean C. Let me clean this up here. There we go. He's got a U.S. mail bag slung around his shoulder. Oh. I'm gonna have his, this one's ears be extra wiggly. And have his eyes be extra feisty. And his grin be extra devilish. So there we go. We got the crazy dog chasing the mailman, and it'll never end. The mailman will keep running around the dog heaven for pretty much the rest of eternity, and the dog will only stop when he gets tired of it, which may be never. Boy, dog heaven just seems like such an awesome place. I mean, I want to chase a mailman now. Now that I'm looking at how much fun that guy's having, yeah, well, not the mailman himself, obviously, but that dog, he's having the time of his life. I want to be that dog. I think I'm gonna call this good. Maybe just add a couple more bone clouds to the background. Alright, so yes, for the lovely Mrs. DJ on Twitch, go ahead and date it and initial it, and I will bring up the larger view. There we go. Edible frisbees, dogs flying around, dog chasing the mailman. Looks like a good time. Oh, and, you know, I drew a halo on this one. I gotta obviously draw halos on the rest of them, too. These were all good dogs. Though, really, it actually doesn't matter if you're a good dog or a bad dog, because all dogs do go to heaven. So I guess I don't need to draw the halos on all of them. This one here looks like a serious troublemaker. And I appeared to have lost connection with my phone. That's a little odd. Let me see if I can refresh it. Looks like I can. Well, and there it goes. All right, well, you know what? I guess I'll go ahead and do the end of show recap now. Actually, you know what? Hold on just a second here. This is a little different from what I usually do, but it should still work. Yeah, here we go. Hopefully you can all see this well enough. Alright, I think I'm going to call it a night. Got a hour and 45-minute stream. That's a pretty good run. Let me see how many drawings I got for tonight. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 drawings. That's pretty good. So let me go ahead and do the end of show recap. So starting off for Dark Gamer 1 on Twitch, I got a couple of medieval dogs fighting a cat dragon because they had nothing better to do. There's no damsel in distress. They just wanted to go fight a dragon. It's also a cat. Let me make sure you can see it all. See that? Alright. Next up, we got Yippee-ki-yay! Awesome to see you here. I'm just about to wrap up, but it's awesome to see you. Thank you for coming. I'm doing my end of show recap right now, showing all the drawings I've done for the week, or for this stream. Here we got, for Irene Pena Music, got a 3-dog night. Got one of them singing an old-fashioned love song, one of them named Jeremiah, who you can't understand a word he says, but he sure does make some mighty fine wine. This is different than what I usually do. Hopefully it's showing up on the camera. Oh, and of course there's this third dog here that's, he's alone, 1 is a lonely number. But according to Schoolhouse Rock, 3 is a magic number, and these are 3 dogs, so this is a truly magical moment right here. Alright, next up, got one for Great Hippo here, where he's being saved by Underdog. He's being rescued from a whole big crowd of ghost peppers. Great Hippo just recently ate a ghost pepper live on the stream. And I'm sure it was quite an experience. I didn't actually see it happen. I did see a replay of it on Instagram. But yeah, so he's being saved from the great ghost peppers. I drew a couple of pepper names on the headstones. Pepper Ann, Sergeant Pepper, Pepper's Ghost. Thank you, Chauncey. Alright, this one was for John Hewlett's art. It's just a couple of dogs kind of breaking the fourth wall, just got their paws covered in paint and they're just leaving paw prints on the camera. So that was a good one. This is one I came up with for myself. It's a cop dog stopping the fiendish frisbee from breaking into a bank, the First National Bank of Fido. And he's about to break into the Golden Bone storage by spinning the wheel, because if a frisbee can do anything, it's spin. But the cop dog manages to show up just in time to stop him, to catch him, because you know what dogs are really good at? Catching frisbees. Here's another one I drew for myself. It's a dog with a seemingly invisible pet, but it turns out that it's not an invisible pet. The collar is in fact the pet. This is a world where collars are pets and the dogs are the owners. And this collar is super vicious and scaring this other puppy, collar, who's getting all freaked out and just kind of you can just kind of hear him whimpering, like, oh no, oh no. Alright, next up for Christie's Coffee. She wanted me to draw a dog holding a jack-o'-lantern. So I drew the dog wearing a pretty cool sorcerer outfit. He's got a hat on, he's got a beard, he's got an amulet around his neck. And he's got a bone carved into this jack-o'-lantern, but you can also see, you know, there's one that has wolf carved into it, there's one that has a dog carved into it, one that has a paw print carved into it. That's pretty cool. And last up for the lovely Mrs. DJ, here's All Dogs Go to Heaven. You got dogs eating an endless bag of edible frisbees, you got dogs flying around with angel wings, and you got this dog right here who may very well be a bad dog, but since all dogs go to heaven, he's in heaven too. He's chasing the mailman, who also has wings. which seems like it would be an advantage, but it really just means that it's just going to make it all the easier for this dog to keep chasing him until the end of time. So that is it for Draw Something Week 31. Thank you so much to everyone who stopped by, made requests, just hung out in the chat and made conversation. I'll go ahead and raid out to Sanctuary, Rapid Fire Wednesday. Although it looks like, well, it looks like he doesn't say anything about Rapid Fire here. It says just Sanctuary Prime Hump Day. I'm guessing he's still doing Rapid Fire Wednesday. We'll see. If he is, that means that we only got 10 minutes, so I better hurry up and raid over. So thank you, everyone. Have a great rest of your week, and take care. See you next time.